Yeah, we have a yayasan now. It's called Veritas Edukasi Lingkungan.
Yeah. Congratulations,
thank you,
for
thank
your.
Yes.
This is Wishbuster.
Thanks for that. I will pick it up. So this is the first thing, right? Some people think pemulung steal or blah blah blah. So let's break this narrative and the stigma. Like most of them are great people who just try to make a living.
But actually, it's not the plastic fault, right? The behavior of the human.
True.
Yeah.
There is no improvement without
Yeah.
plastics.
Yeah,
They help
yeah,
us
yeah.
in everything. Look at the medical sector, mobility, like all this. And even,
Yes.
of course, the package is making a product safe,
Yeah.
lasting for a long
Yes.
time. Come on, guys. We don't ask you to learn a new language or
Yeah.
something. We just
Yeah.
ask you to separate
Your
2 or 3 types of waste.
Yeah.
Please, guys.
Please. To make Indonesia greener
And clean again.
and
clean.
clean again.
Yep.
Kembali bersih.
Ya, buat
It's your
Indonesia
motto.
bersih
Buat
kembali.
Indonesia
ya.
bersih.
bersih kembali ya. It's
Yep.
your motto.
Bersama hadapi Indonesia bersih.
Halo Sobat Adupi, kembali lagi di Recycle Talk. Hari ini kita kedatangan seorang ekspatriat yang sangat terkenal dan peduli dengan lingkungan. Please welcome Mr. Ben.
Terima kasih untuk undangan Bule Sampah. I'm very happy to be here.
We are very happy to have you here. Actually, what is your name?
My real name is Benedict. Most people say Benny.
Benny.
Ben also okay.
Yeah. So how do I call you here?
Benny.
Benny, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Nice to have you here,
Thank you.
Benny. Okay, let me check what is the question here today. Okay, Benny, I think we have met you since how many years?
2
ago?
years now.
2 years.
2 years,
2 or 3
okay.
years, yeah.
Yeah, it's during COVID time, yeah.
Yep.
Yes. And now I saw your Instagram, your
And
TikTok.
your platform is very growing
it's
right now.
very
Yeah.
famous. Everybody in Indonesia who concerned in the waste management or the lingkungan, everybody know Bule Sampah. How you make it and what is
What
your-
motivates you
Yes, what
becoming a content creator?
why you don't
Yeah.
just make about the food or yes masakan-masakan.
Kenapa
from-
sampah?
Why
Yes.
sampah?
Wonderful Indonesia.
Yeah, Indonesia
It's-
is wonderful.
It is. I came here 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I love the country.
Yes.
I'm married here. I consider myself half Indonesian,
Okay.
I would say. And yeah, it's true. I also love the food and I love the
Yeah.
environment, indeed. When I came here the first time, I was, of course, at the same time shocked by the pollution. This is what you literally see, what has to be improved in the country.
Yeah.
And ever since, my plan was to bring information and education into Indonesian society. So, yeah, that was my motivation.
Okay.
And I see a lot of organizations from
Yeah.
other Bule who they do also okay things, but I wanted to really put Indonesian people first. And that is my concept. Yeah, I want to make it simplified and understandable for everybody. And hopefully we can create a bit of improvement in the sector.
When did exactly the first time you see sampah in Indonesia? Where?
Where?
Yes.
You mean when I land on the airport and then and then
Okay, so
and then they have bins for separate the waste,
yes, and there.
and then they don't have a bin. I recently saw there is no bin for plastic waste. So
Yeah.
they
So
no
they
no
mix.
no bin for organic waste. It was
Yeah.
they have for plastic, kertas, and
Yeah.
glass
Yeah.
and metal.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, great. And where do I put my banana?
Yeah.
Sampah,
Yeah,
organic
yes,
sampah.
yes,
So I have to
yes.
put it in one of the bins and again contaminated. So
Yeah.
the problem starts straight away wherever you look at. And of course, if you go on a trek, if you go to the beach, if you watch the sungai, this is
Yes.
then where things get painful.
What brought you to Indonesia that time?
First of all, just traveling
Okay.
in the first place. But my background is journalism.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So you're a
Right.
journalist.
I'm a journalist by profession.
Okay.
I did both writing and filming. So that's also, I already bring some of this expertise to run a platform like Bule Sampah. And I also did for several years look into the supply chain of plastics. So I think I also already a lot of stakeholders around that. And in the first place, though, in Indonesia, I was looking also at like cultural things and
Okay.
the journalism around this. For example, I went to Aceh.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
you've
you
been to Aceh.
already?
I like Aceh, it's very
Okay.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But of course, there's also some sort of cultural conflicts going on,
Yes,
like
yes.
around Chambuk.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these were also things I was looking into and also published in the media.
But usually for Bule, they prefer to come to Bali.
Bali, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not Indonesia. It's part of Indonesia,
Yes,
but
yes.
very different, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
your
Oh.
first destination last time was Bali. Is it Bali or you
No,
came straight
I think
to?
I came Bali late. I first came to Jakarta, of course, and then
okay.
I think I first went to Sumatra
Okay.
and travel around there. I went to Danau Toba,
Oh,
Aceh,
okay.
Oh, a lot of places in Indonesia.
and I think I
Yeah.
even went before I came to Bali. I've even been to Sulawesi.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
It's
traveling.
unusual, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's personal. I'm actually not a big fan of Bali. I mean, I like the island a lot,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's quite crowded. And
Yes, yes. Too many tourists there.
yeah, they make it now. Then you can also go to Phuket or something. It
Yes.
becomes all the same. And I
Yes,
like.
yes.
I hope they can preserve their cultural values too. There, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't sacrifice every rice patty for a hotel.
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like
And
that.
this is also motivates you to live in Indonesia. Do you live in Indonesia right now, or you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a yayasan now. It's called Veritas Edukasi Lingkungan.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations, yeah,
thank you,
for
thank you.
your.
Yes.
For the grand launching yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, and thanks for
Yeah.
attending.
Yeah.
Uh, so, yes, it is based in Surabaya, and we have a team now as well, and
Okay.
so I spend my time also there a lot now. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
good.
the concept of Bule Sampah is really like to go everywhere where it needs us
Yeah.
and to support communities and stakeholders in the waste sector, and basically, so I'm happy to still go out.
Yeah, it's like Ghostbuster, yeah, but this is Wishbuster.
Thanks for that. I will pick it up.
You have to pay me
Okay.
for the idea.
Yep.
Okay, so
So-
what is the most significant challenge you face in promoting this kind of activity?
In promoting the Sampah situation
Yes.
is that it doesn't go without the conflict. So I actually want to talk about educational
Yes.
things, and for me it's really about bringing the things back in the right order. So
Yeah.
it starts with prevention and
Yeah.
like a reduction of waste, and it's
Yeah.
really about our consumption habits.
Yes.
But what people want to see all the time is the heart attack, is the Gunung Sampah,
Yes.
is
yes.
the TPA or something.
Yeah.
So people prefer to see the damage rather than the solution.
Yes.
So this is a bit of the difficulty for us to
Yeah.
produce content that is informative and educational for
Yeah.
people without that we always have to refer to the problem, yeah.
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 But what is your perspective in waste management in Indonesia?
It's improving.
Okay.
I think it's Indonesia is already doing good, is doing better.
Then
Then
how-
Malaysia, of course. No, joking.
You have to
Then
have the
before.
benchmark, you know.
Yeah. I mean, look, we see a lot of initiatives, including
Yes,
yours
Yeah, yeah.
and other initiatives, and they start to work, they become more sustainable.
Yeah.
I was even contributing to a research paper recently where we evaluated collection
wow.
schemes.
Okay.
And so the main challenge for that is, as you know, we are lacking of mandatory funding in the
Yes.
sector.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
So it's good to collect valuables and process them,
Yeah.
but half of the cake we don't have a solution yet for,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is the MLP, like all the multi-layer plastics, that
Yeah.
all the sachets and this material.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to, contribute that we bring a more understanding
Yeah.
between stakeholders, and hopefully that government and industries and also the people
Yes.
together find solutions for this material. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, especially for our habit, we didn't segregate our waste from the source.
Right.
It become I think this is the biggest challenge, yeah, if we compare with the other country. You know, in this country there is no punishment if you don't do the segregation. And as an Indonesian, while in my traveling trip to Singapore, it's just 2 hours from Indonesia, but directly after I came there, I become Singaporean. I don't throw my waste everywhere. I don't smoke and just throw it like that, my cigarette butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise
Yeah.
you pay a lot of
Yes,
money.
yes.
But
Yes.
actually, we are starting to segregate, but however, they will mix it together again.
Yes.
Yes.
This is
So there's no
disturbing.
point, of
Yes.
segregation.
This is the feedback we receive from our
Yes.
followers
Yes,
too. Yeah, they
yes.
come like, okay, Bule Sampah,
Okay, yeah.
I pila sampah now.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
But
there is nobody,
nobody
they
will-
throw
yeah.
it in the
Yeah,
same truck.
yeah.
So this one we need to fix urgently. If we want, or you want me to educate or support people to teach them how to separate waste, then immediately the pemerintah, we need the right infrastructure
Yes,
for it.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's worth nothing, right?
Yeah,
And-
because the segregation cost will be so expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
facility or in the TPS 3R, or even if it just dump like that in the landfill,
Yep.
it will be the burden. As you know, right now a lot of landfill has burned, and
Yes.
Yeah.
during the rainy season it will
Flooded, yeah.
float.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's an issue, right? Like,
Yeah.
and this is the time then when people really start to care. And I always say this is like as if you have a heart attack and then you're looking for the defibrillator. Yeah.
yes,
It's too
yes.
late.
It's
Yeah.
too late. Yeah.
So it really starts in the first
Yeah,
place
it's
with
really-
consumption. Yeah.
Yeah.
So try to avoid it. I
Yeah.
also see a lot of people have zero awareness when they
Yeah.
overconsume plastics they could avoid.
yes.
This is problem number one. Problem number two, let's separate it at the source
Yeah.
so that within the whole sector we don't have these enormous costs to manage it then, and the contamination is already
Yeah.
there then, and
Yes.
it makes it more difficult for you and for everybody else to then recycle. So waste separation is a crucial thing.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. Even, and also the infrastructure you just mentioned about that. You know, in Indonesia, we still doesn't have the proper infrastructure. Even after you segregate and everything, I think from the regulation itself has to support all the
Yeah.
activity and the law enforcement that I mentioned.
Law
Yeah.
enforcement is the second problem, right? This is
Yeah.
for, I think, if you want something in Indonesia to happen,
Yeah.
you need to support people and give an incentivation.
Yes,
And if
yes.
it's not
yes.
happening, then punishment has to apply.
Yeah.
Sorry to say,
Yes.
but I actually in favor for law and order. And if you look at other countries, that's how it works, right?
Okay.
That's the same in Germany. If somebody is littering or something, they will even
Yes.
track down.
Yeah.
They will investigate who did it, and then you have to pay a fine. And I think our government here is on the right track, defining the right problems and bringing the right regulation. But then please bring the polisi,
Yeah.
I call
yeah,
it, like,
yeah.
let's enforce this somehow.
Yeah.
It makes everything easy.
And how do you see about Indonesia, since we have million people live as the pemulung,
Yeah.
as a scavenger or the waste
Yeah.
picker? So we have a very big population here, but yes, this is our friend who really in charge, directly in touch with the waste
Right.
right now,
Yes.
and they live in the landfill. What do you see about that? I saw you already been to Bantar Gebang and
Yeah.
many landfill.
We looked at some
Yeah.
landfills, and every time after that I get sick. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Including the people who are with me, like we
Yeah.
had like skin issues
Okay.
and respiratory issues.
Yes.
So
But
Even-
actually, there's a lot of people living there.
yes.
Yes.
So
with their family.
Yeah.
yes. So if Indonesia wants to be a developed country, then this has to stop. Then I know also these. So first of all, these people have a bad consideration. People look down at them in society. So this is the first thing, right? Some people think pemulung steal or blah blah blah. So let's break this narrative and the stigma. Like most of them are great people who just try to make a living.
Yeah.
And then problem number two, let's formalize this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's true that those people even reject masks, or if you
Yeah.
want to improve their living standards, they even don't want it sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they think they
Yeah.
are born like this. They accept this. Okay, again, if they refuse, then we have to make sure it happens, right? Because some people need to get an order, and it will be better for them. And I think it's possible. I've already seen schemes where they formalize the whole Pemulung sector at the TPA,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? So they build a sorting line there,
Yes,
and then the
yes.
entire
Yeah.
they start to register all the Pemulung
Yes,
at the TPA.
yes, yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Get overview data of the situation,
Yes.
and then give those people contracts, a proper salary,
Yeah.
holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen as possible.
It's for the small landfill because some big landfill they have a big numbers of
Yep.
pemulung and it's very hard to employ all of them.
True.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is also become a very big challenge in the big city. But maybe what our member do in the small landfill and they can do maybe it in the other area they also can copy this movement
Yeah.
like this.
Possible.
And this is
Yeah.
will be very good even I believe in the collection activity itself it's not make a lot of money
Yeah, yeah.
but it is very good to raise the awareness
Yep.
of the people. But comes again to the challenge if our people understand and segregate the waste from
The source, from the beginning.
the beginning, so it will so the material will be cleaner and the
Yes.
value will
Yes.
be higher and it will be very helpful for the pemulung.
Yep. But also to add something, even it will be working easier at small landfills in the
Yes.
beginning, but
Yeah.
one step at a time, right? It's
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
possible on big scale.
Yeah.
And we also have to see that these people are active, of course, also in urban areas. Yeah?
Yes.
And then again, we have the situation, let's help them formalize the structure of pemulung, penggumpul,
Yes.
like basically waste pickers, and then let's call them junk shops, like support their infrastructure and not make competition between them, something like that. So I think it needs, again, regulation about that too. And also I've seen, for example, amazing startups, like there's even one startup from Bali, they are trying to connect the pemulung to households. So I
Yes.
think also that technology and applications will help us, households and them, to connect
Yes.
everything and improve the situation.
Yeah. That's good. So we already see a lot of movement, a lot of new NGO from the local Indonesia and also from the other country, and even the other bule-bule like you comes to Indonesia. How
Yeah.
do you see that? Is there you see like your competitor
Or
No, I don't think there's much competition in the whole sector because I think there is enough waste for everybody.
Yes.
And there is enough to do.
Yeah.
No. I think, let's put it like this. I think there are people with good intentions.
Yeah.
And usually I see these people struggling because if you have a good intention and you want to make a holistic solution,
Yes.
you will have funding issues.
Yeah.
And then there are the people, I will call them the scammers,
Yeah.
who are basically coming here to make profit in the first place.
Yes.
And they claim that they bring a solution, but if you really look down into their scheme, you realize that it doesn't work. It is not really helping the community in a big scale.
Yeah.
So these people we don't need here, in my opinion. And I'm happy also with Bule Sampah to continue now to call out more of those schemes where I think it also applies for Indonesians, by the way, right?
Yeah.
There is
sure.
also Indonesian initiatives and organizations
Yes.
who basically exaggerate
Okay.
what they are doing and who in the first place want to make profits. And that's not the right way how to deal with this issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you see the role of our government right now?
Yeah.
Do you get the support or anything?
Yes.
Yes.
from the yeah.
I'm very happy that a lot of the LH are following us.
Okay,
And
that's
yes,
nice, yeah.
indeed.
Yes,
And
yes.
I mean, we got invited by the IKN officials.
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
saw it.
yeah.
And so I'm very, very, very happy that they consider what we do and like to get in touch and also start a discussion. And
Yes.
it's also for us, for me, I have to learn still a lot.
Yeah.
It's for me also the political system and sphere is quite complex,
Yes.
how everything works. So I have my own expertise, I would say, and
Okay.
own vision. But of course, it's important to match this with what we find here. So I actually really would like to collaborate more
With
with
the
government
government.
stakeholders.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
since we fulfill an educational service, I even think that we qualify even
Yeah.
legally,
Yes.
with this foundation to
Yeah.
also work with them. So if the KLHK would be interested in talking, then we would be, of course, very, very, very happy. Apart from that, of course, I also realized that it's difficult on ministerial sphere that different ministries have different intentions apparently, right? So ones want to improve this sector and the other ones want to make the economy more grow. So this is something that needs to be solved, but this is pretty much not my business. So I, in the first place, I would like, for me, the most important, crucial thing is bring this into awareness of people. Let's make people in the first place consider this not as sampah, but as something that is affecting all of us.
It's good.
Actually, yesterday, the Veritas also built an application,
Yeah,
for
we are.
the people,
Yeah, it's not. We're not sure if it will be an application or what's the right platform for us. But I'm designing
to
an
educate the
e-learning platform.
Okay.
So because Bule Sampah is a tool to reach people, and it's not strategic enough, right? We are jumping from topic to topic, which is also good, the overall awareness. But we need some specific training for people so that we really connect the dot. And then everybody can get a basic understanding.
Yeah, interesting.
This is something I would be interested in,
Yeah. So right now the newest issue about extended producer responsibility.
Yeah.
And I believe this system already applied in your country.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Many years.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and actually I also went there in a trip study to learn about the EPR. So what do you see about the EPR for Indonesia?
Yeah, we need it now. There's no way out. EPR is the only true solution to fund a sector, because waste business on a holistic scale only is always a minus business. Because more waste, you will always have more waste than material that you can actually recycle. So everybody who's producing this waste on industry level needs to pay a fee, and we all know it's a complex matter. It's additional costs. We need, it's also in Europe, we also see now after 30 years of EPR.
30 years in Europe?
Germany started it. It started to go to the other neighboring countries. We started with this Green Dot organization.
Yes. I've been there
The
as
DSD.
well. The
Greetings,
DSD.
greetings to everybody. Because of course I know them a lot. And yes, we are world champions in waste management, but we are not world champions in waste reduction. That's the issue. So it will help, EPR will help us to manage all the waste, and we need it here. But we should not forget, at the same time, we need to also focus on reduction targets.
That we, because in Indonesia our GDP is low. It's not like in Europe. So I think our government should be very careful when they want to determine the EPR ala Indonesia. So it's
So inflation or higher costs for consumers is an issue, but not necessarily, right? Like, you can also apply the regulation in a way that brands or polluters, whoever is using packages or using material, they might only to some extent be allowed to raise to put it on the consumer. So I think the government has all the right tools. If they really want to, they can make it happen. I mean, look, it's happening in the Philippines. It's happening.
Yes, it's happening in Vietnam as well.
Thailand is talking about it. And it will. If we look at what's happening in the UN Plastics Treaty and on global scale, it's in the end all about this kind of regulation. So Indonesia cannot avoid that. So we will see it coming. And then it will be about, how do we do this in the detail? Is the organization handling everything? Is it a monopoly? Is it run by the industry or the government? This will be the exciting talk. And I'm very happy to contribute to that as well.
Actually, right now from ADUPI, we also get the support from one organization from your country as well. We get the fund to become the consultant for them, for the local consultant, to determine the EPR system in Indonesia.
It needs to happen, and
It should be happen as soon
as soon as
yeah.
possible.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
because
look,
it's
now
urgent,
it's
yeah.
really
yeah, and
urgent.
then look, it's again about the enforcement of this.
Yes,
Even in
yes.
Germany or even in Europe, we see that, free riding is an issue.
Yeah.
And so there's always a rebound about
Yeah.
every regulation. You will
Yes.
always, if
Yes.
in Africa they ban plastic bags.
Yeah.
In Uganda, I think, you know what's happening? They
Yeah.
create a black market for plastic bags.
Oh, black market. Yeah, it's
market
like
for plastic
yes.
So they illegally
smuggle-
import them
They
into.
smuggle
They
it.
smuggle plastic
Yes,
bags.
Yes.
But I mean, on the bigger scale, of course, there will always be a backlash,
Yeah.
and you will always create something you don't want. But I think overall, it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
We could also enforce the ban on plastic bags a bit more.
But actually, it's not the plastic fault, right? The behavior of the human.
True.
Yeah.
There is no life without plastic. There is no
Yeah.
zero waste,
Yeah.
and plastic.
So you are not the plastic hater, right?
Of course not. I wrote a book about it together with a colleague. It's in German, unfortunately.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
in some years.
You
we-
will you translate it in English.
hopefully one day we can even translate it into Indonesian. No, plastic it's like the age of plastics now. Like there is no travel to moon. There is no improvement without
Yeah.
plastics.
Yeah,
They help
yeah,
us
yeah.
in everything. Look at the medical sector, mobility, like all
Yeah.
this. And even,
Yes.
of course, the package is making a product safe,
Yeah.
lasting for a long
Yes.
time. It gives us information on the package. So we need this. But we need good plastics. We need good material.
Yes.
And there is also a lot of space for improvement
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but sometimes also the greenwashing and also the free rider about the plastic, they can sell their their additive here. They say they will give the oxidant to the
Yeah.
plastic. It can be degrade as
Which is actually more dangerous
yes.
for the health.
Of course, and you will have microplastics in the end, right?
Yes. And it already banned in your country and many European country, right?
Indeed. So you're talking about oxidegradable bioplastics. I think we can talk about that. We don't name anyone today.
Yes,
but
yeah.
Of course, like I also have that on my radar. And it's not only about that. Indeed, if you talk about greenwashing,
Yeah.
nowadays we live in the wild west
Yes.
of plastic industries. We see a lot of good things, but also we see still a lot of bad things that nobody's really addressing. And we have to work all together towards a place where everything is honest. That's why I choose the name Veritas. Yeah. We
Yes.
want this to be in the right order.
Yeah.
And it's about competition too. Yeah, if you have big brands and everybody wants to appear green,
Yes.
then the marketing department is coming to weird ideas
Lot
and
of ideas,
wild
yeah.
claims, and then the
Yeah.
sustainability guys go, "Oh my god,
Yeah. And
this
whe-
needs to be fixed."
And they put the paper straw with the
Yeah.
plastic,
Oh,
mix
yeah.
the plastic and everything.
Replacing
Replacing with some
problems for more problems.
Yeah.
Yes, replacing the problem.
So that was my purpose I want to it's no rocket science. What we are doing with Bule Sampah and the other
Yeah.
programs we
Yeah.
develop is everything is quite simple, but
yeah.
it just needs to be brought in the right
Yeah.
order, connect the right dots.
Yeah.
And then also people say, oh my God, the consumption habits. Come on, guys, we don't ask you to learn a new language or
Yeah.
something. We just
Yeah.
ask you to separate
Your
2 or
wa-
3
yeah.
types
Yes,
of waste.
yes.
Like everybody can
And
do it tomorrow.
Yeah, and
right?
it should be very easy.
Of course it's easy. It just
Yeah.
needs this one moment in your life
Yeah.
where
Yes.
you realize, okay, tomorrow we do it, okay?
Yeah.
I want every Indonesian family sit together
do
one
it,
time
yeah.
and then say,
Yeah.
okay, tomorrow we do.
No more postponing.
Yeah. And then, but they need to, obviously, unfortunately,
Yeah.
first things
Yeah.
need to go up in fire. And then people go like, okay, now it's time.
After fire and the rain come and they will forget it.
Please, guys.
Please segregate your waste from
Yeah.
your
Home.
house.
Yeah.
I mean, do you also realize that if you look out of the window, you don't see anything anymore?
Yes.
For how
Yeah,
many
yeah.
weeks now?
Yeah.
Of course, that's not only the Sampah, that's the
Yeah.
overall, but it's us.
And you know, Benny,
Yeah.
this morning when I walk with my dog,
Yep.
every morning I saw people burning their waste in
Yeah.
front of their house. You know, it's
Yeah.
when the rainy season just start, but you know you have to work with the what is that? The asap.
Yep,
Oh
yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
With the
And
pollution, yeah.
With the pollution. Yeah, it's unfortunately people still doesn't understand that.
Yeah, it will take probably another generation.
Wow, it's so long.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah.
this is our followers and the people, the netizen, most of them are 25 to
Yeah.
34
Yes.
and a little bit older and younger.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the millennials like
Yeah.
you and me and
Yeah.
Gen Z and these people,
Yes.
they already realize, and I
Yeah.
think with them we can do it. And yeah, I hope the Bapa also can,
Yes.
Yeah,
can
yeah.
Stop to burn their
please.
sampah. Yeah.
If I mean, again, then we need to give them a solution. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the truck really needs to come. We did a survey with Bule Sampah, and we had 400 people filling out questions, and indeed, like 20% of all the people say that they are not connected to any waste infrastructure.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
then also we need to help them
Help
manage it.
them,
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is your opinion about Adupi? Right now, today we are in Adupi podcast.
Yes.
True.
And yes.
Yes. So I'm happy that there is an association.
Yeah.
Where like the waste sector finds a home, and I think you're doing very great on collaborating and of course on the PET, and I hope we can extend this more to help those who want to focus on the difficult material.
Actually, not just the PET.
Yeah.
Right now we have 587 members,
Yep.
and from few sector, the brand owner, the industrial recycling
The waste,
plastic, the
waste management
waste collector as well,
Yes.
and hopefully from you as well can become our member.
Member.
Am I allowed actually?
Yes,
right?
yeah, yeah.
It fits.
Yes,
For
For
it
everyone
fits, it
who
fits.
concerned about the
Yeah,
sustainability, about the
sustainability,
waste.
the waste, it can be collaborate with
Yep,
us.
yep.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to join. And that's
Thank
also what
you.
I understood you. In the first place, of course, it's an association for
Yeah.
the Daur Ulang, obviously.
Yes.
Yes.
But of course, it makes sense to integrate everybody.
Yes.
And but again, I hope not only you, but all the other organizations, we can
Yeah.
somehow find solutions for the difficult material.
Yes.
That's the biggest issue now, yeah.
And yesterday I saw some of your videos.
Yes.
You visit several of our members, and
Yep.
can you share your thoughts about them?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even know who's your member, but I think nearly everybody I present is your member in the
Yeah.
end. Yeah. Yeah, for the people so far that
Yeah.
we highlight on Bule Sampah and collaborate with, all of them, I'm convinced they are doing the right thing. So that's all I can say for now. Of course, I mean, there's always room for improvement. Yeah.
Yes.
Even you look at recycling itself, the process, we also need to be honest about, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the good thing to do, but it's not the silver bullet,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it's part of the solution in a more complex system.
Yes.
And
Yes.
also recycling can be dirty.
Yes.
Also recycling can create toxicity. So but it can be all improved. So
Yes. And the technology has improved in
Yes.
right now.
in our
But
country.
do we want to invest or not? Sometimes even we think that the recycling process itself already solve all the problem, but actually it's not, because we also have the waste from our activity, and we also have to tackle our waste properly. If
Exactly.
not, it will harm the environment as well.
Yeah.
recyclers in this country still accept material from overseas because our
Yes.
own waste we are not able to
Yes.
manage to give to them.
Yes, yeah.
So I mean, this is not good.
Yeah.
So we have to fix our low-hanging
Yeah.
fruits first and
Yes.
and make sure that this material goes there. And then at the same time, a lot of recyclers export overseas. So overall, we need more capacity, we need more public, we need more
Yeah.
infrastructure,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
also we need the off-taker market too.
Yeah.
So again, it's all possible.
We also need more Benny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Concern about the waste management in Indonesia.
I tried to copy this with AI,
Cloning.
make another Bule Sampah. Hopefully.
No, I mean in the other way, because it's really need a lot of effort to educate
Yeah.
people.
yeah,
Maybe,
thanks for that.
more
But
Indonesian can learn from you. Yeah.
Yes.
in this context, I have to say, I'm not begging or something, but I have to say we are also underfunded. At the moment, I'm doing this still sort of voluntarily. We receive some small incomes from
Yeah.
collaborations,
Okay.
but this is nowhere near to cost to cover all the costs we have, and
Yes,
especially
yes.
setting
Yeah,
up
yeah.
a foundation.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's
yes.
why I set up the foundation, and I hope I'm allowed to address this. Like, if you want us to do this more frequently and
Yeah.
strategically,
Yes.
we need investment,
Yeah.
we need grants,
Yes.
and so anybody is welcome to join the discussion for that, because I know that everybody wants that, what we do,
Yes.
Yeah.
but also somebody needs to pay.
Yes.
And it's not that, again, it's not like I want to buy a big car from that or something,
Yeah.
but I want to pay a team also,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question from me is,
Yeah.
what is your suggest, hopes, and
For
everything for Adupi?
Adupi and also for the waste management in Indonesia.
Yeah. Wow, like a conclusion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ya, for Adupi, langsung,
Yes.
semoga sukses.
Amin.
Thank
Amin.
you.
Semoga
Terima
sukses
kasih.
to you too. Yeah.
You're on the right track, I guess, from what I can see. And yeah, overall, for the waste management sector, let's make EPR and mandatory funding. If you call it
EPR,
EPR or through more
Yeah.
credit, like
Yeah.
offset schemes or whatsoever,
Yes.
let's make it happen very soon. Yeah, that all of us can do our operations more holistically.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So otherwise, you and everybody else, we have to send the stuff we have to sort out to the
Yeah.
TPA, and the
Yes.
Gunung will grow more. So this
Yeah.
is, I think, the core of all
Yeah.
Yes.
things.
Okay, let's collaborate together, ya,
Together, yeah.
to make Indonesia greener
And clean again.
and
clean.
clean again.
Yep.
Kembali bersih.
Ya, buat
It's your
Indonesia
motto.
bersih
Buat
kembali.
Indonesia
ya.
bersih
Bersih.
kembali ya. It's
Yep.
your motto ya.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
and congratulations once again
For
for
Veritas.
Veritas Edukasi
Lingkungan.
Lingkungan
Terima
and
kasih.
Bule Sampah. All the
Kasih.
best
Thank you.
for you, and hopefully you will you will find your destination to make Indonesia kembali bersih.
Yeah, together we can do
Together
it.
we can do it.
Yes.
And with all the
thank you.
people. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and with masyarakat Indonesia
Masyarakat
ya
Indonesia
tentunya
pentingnya,
ya.
ya.
So-
You cannot just clean up by yourself.
No. So happy if you guys, if you don't follow us yet, check out Bule Sampah. If you
Yeah.
like what we do, please follow and stay tuned for more programs.
Okay.
of us.
Yes, ya harus follow ya. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Terima
you,
kasih.
Sobat Adupi.
Bye.
Kasih sahabat Adupi.